Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar organized by WeUni in collaboration with Università degli Studi di Milano. My name is Florencia, and I will be your host throughout today's event. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us. We know your time is valuable, and that's why we have prepared a very special session with outstanding speakers who will share their expertise and insights with all of you. Before we start, a quick reminder. During the presentation, you can submit all your questions throughout the Q&A box at the bottom of Zoom. At the end of the talk, we will open a Q&A session where our speakers will interact directly with you. Also, all participants attending this event will be entitled to request their certificate of attendance issued by WeUni. At the end of the session, we will share the link in the chat so you can register and receive it. So we have called this webinar Vive Milan, where arts meets politics and economics. And we will hear from UNIMI professors and international students about what it is like to live and study in Milan. Now, let me introduce you to our special guests today. We are here with Professor Kim Serena Grego, Masters in International Relations, Professor Andrea Carati, Bachelor's degree in International Politics, Law and Economics, Maria Cristina Cavecchi, Master's degree in Theater, Arts and Literature, Julia Bess, Bachelor students from Brazil in International Politics, Law and Economics, and Daniel Diaz Maragliano, Master students in International Relations, and he is from Peru. It's a truly honor to have you all with us. Welcome and thank you for joining this webinar. With that said, I will now hand it over to our first panelist to begin the presentation. Professor Andrea Carati. Okay.
Good evening,
we can hear.
Good afternoon to all of you. So I am Andrea Carati. I am the coordinator, or if you want, in the meantime, I start sharing the slides. Actually, I'm the former coordinator because my mandate expired a few days ago. We have a new coordinator, but there is no difference. Well, I will present our bachelor program in a few minutes. Well, our bachelor degree is titled International Politics, Law and Economics, as you can see, and the title is telling. I mean, the general view or the general preparation that we offer to our student is based on the idea that to really understand international politics, global politics, we need to look at both the three main dimensions of international relations. There are the economic exchanges, the political or strategic interactions, and international law, or the legal side of international relations. So the politics, the legal side in economics are much more interdependent in the current, in the contemporary world politics. And we do believe that there is no major international events that can be really understood without taking into account all these three aspects. So the economic side, the legal one, and the political strategic side. So to understand international finance or international trade, you need to have some knowledge about international law, trade law, EU law, depending on the region you are looking at, to understand the war in Ukraine or other major conflicts which are going on in the contemporary international system. You need also to have something more than just the basics of military conflicts or strategic studies. You have to put that conflict in the context, looking at economic sanctions, for instance, or what are the economic problems, challenges that are behind the reasons for war. And eventually, if you look at the major multilateral international organizations like the UN, EU, and many other multilateral fora, you need to understand that beyond the pure legal side, there are other dynamics, mostly affected by politics, economics, and economy and other issues. So basically, our idea is to offer our students a 3 years in which they can develop strong knowledge in both these three aspects. So developing some knowledge on economic theory, international macroeconomics. In some specialization, you will have the opportunity to delve into international trade law or international human rights law. At the same time, you will develop a strong knowledge about international law, and according to your specialization, EU law or other type of legal studies. And you also deal with international relations theory to understand how the international system works, and war studies, or depending on the specializations, you will develop strong knowledge in all those three aspects of international relations. So the international, it is not just the, let's say, the subject matter of the study program. The IPLE is a really internationalized type of program, not just because of the language. Obviously, it is entirely taught in English, but we have also a strong component of international students. And in a few minutes, I will give the floor to one of them. We have a lively international component in our students community, and here in the map you can see the country from which they have been coming in the last few years. It is international, the study program, also because we offer to our students several opportunities for international mobility. We do not just attract, or we strive to attract more students from abroad, but during the 3 years, the majority of our students take part to exchange programs. Here you can see the map of Europe and all the university with which we have established some agreements for exchanges. Obviously, the most famous one is the Erasmus program, in which our students spent a semester in a European university, and they take their exam there, and so they have an experience in another European country. But we have also exchange programs beyond Europe. For instance, we have programs or exchange for a semester or more with a couple of Japanese university, one other in China. So we have also international mobility opportunities even beyond Europe. And starting from this academic year, we have developed our first double degree with a French university, but we are working to establish other double degrees with other European university. We are working to a double degree with the Charles University in Czech Republic and others. So with the double degree program, the students has the opportunity to spend the last semester of the study program in another university, conclude and be graduated in this university, and get a double degree, meaning finally the student is graduated both in Italy and in a foreign in the other European university. So it is very internationalized also for these reasons. We have a huge number of mobility programs, and the majority of IPLE students take the opportunity to experience, to study also in another university. What happened after graduation? Well, the vast majority of our students keep studying in a master degree, and you will have the opportunity to hear also from my colleague, the coordinator of the master degree in international relations later, that could be a possible way to pursue advanced international studies after our bachelor degree. But generally speaking, our students are prepared also to enroll in master degrees in international finance, economics, advanced legal studies, strategic studies, international relations, and so on and so forth. So this is the vast majority. For the minority who just after the graduation start looking for a job, they are really, really prepared to be active in an international job environment. They start a job with a really strong basis of in law, international law, politics, with a strong knowledge of how public administrations work, and so they are already prepared. Even though our experience is that the vast majority keep studying in a master degree. Just to conclude, well, I thank you for your attention, and we hope that our bachelor degree can be of your interest. So we hope you can join us at IPLE. And I leave you with this contact. This is just a brief presentation, so it is a very general presentation. If you have specific questions about the admissions, how I can be admitted, or you need more detailed information, you can start using this email address, and we will answer more detailed questions. So I thank you for your attention, and I am very pleased to give the floor to one of our students, one of the most valuable one. I remember her last year. She was my student in my classes. I'm very happy to see her here, and so I give the floor to Giulia.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Professor Carati. It's been a great experience so far, and I'm really happy to share the degree and my experience with you. So let me present here. Oh. Sorry, I feel like I'm having some issues here.
Giulia?
Yes, I'm having some issues here. I'll try to leave and come back. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. If you want, we can only speak, and then we can share your presentation to all the participants.
Okay, wait.
It's no problem.
I think I managed.
Okay.
Okay.
No worries.
Yes.
So while you find your presentation, and I'm going to explain all our participants that Giulia comes from Brazil, and she's at her third year now.
Yes.
She's studying with a scholarship. She won a scholarship. Then she's going to. Okay, we can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to hear your experience, and yeah, tell us how you arrived to UNIMI.
Well, so of course, when you finish high school and before, you really have this question about where you should go, where should you study. And me personally, I've always wanted to study abroad. So I started looking into that, and I found this degree, which I thought it was perfect for me. I wanted to study politics, I wanted to study law. And this degree really gives you an overview of so many different disciplines. If you if you want to see more about the curriculum, you can find on the website. But the first year gives you a basis to all the other, to understand if you want to focus on economics, if you want to focus on law. I chose law, so I'm doing all the law disciplines, but also it doesn't mean that you won't do any economics, because I have to do some economics. And it's great. Now that I'm looking into master's degrees as well, I can really understand how broad and how multidisciplinary it really is, because it gives you an open to so many possible degrees. For masters, you can now, after our other professors are going to speak more, but it really is multidisciplinary. You're going to study everything, and hopefully you love some parts of it. And of course, some subjects you won't love, but it'll be okay. So I wanted to speak a bit about the Italian system, because it's really different from the Brazilian one. I can speak for all Latin America, but the Italian system is very individual focused. So you can decide everything about your degree. You can decide if you want to go to class and attend class or not. If you want to study alone at home, that's okay. You do your study plan, so you have a lot of options to do electives and labs and workshops, internships, and that really brings you some kind of responsibility to be able to manage this, like everything. And another interesting fact is the exam system. If you fail one time, it's okay, it's not a problem. You can just do it again. And it gives you really independence, but you also learn to be responsible about your choices. So you can always postpone an exam, but you have to be responsible about it and try to plan your career in the degree as best as possible. And another amazing thing is the oral exams. At first, I was really scared because I don't really like speaking in public. So I was really nervous about it. But once you do it, you understand how it helps. You learn how to be more confident when you're speaking. You learn how to discuss topics, not only writing, but when you have to say something on the spot. So all these things makes it really challenging, but it's also fulfilling to know that, oh, I was able to pass this exam, I was able to pass this year, and slowly things start to get better. So it really is different, but it's a good different, and I really like it. I didn't expect it to be this way and have so many differences between Latin America, but it's an amazing system. You really bring a sense of self to your degree. So a bit about the university. The university, it's amazing with so many projects and so many resources for students. One of my favorites is the language courses that we are able to take. I took the Italian course, so now I'm almost finishing it. But you can do all sorts of languages. You can do French, you can do Spanish. And really, it's amazing course. You meet on Teams with other people. You have the opportunity to chat, and then later you do an exam to see how well you understood that part of the language. So it's great. I know a lot of international students also want to learn Italian, because honestly, if you want to live in Italy, you have to know at least a little bit. Just if you go out of the center a bit, you will see that not everyone speaks English, and it's always a good thing to learn another language. You can see more of the culture, you understand more the people. And my favorite thing about the university really is my colleagues, the friends I made in class. There's like Professor Karati said, people from all over the world, and it's interesting to see the cross culture, everything. You talk, you see their experience, their point of views, and that just makes you understand the world and politics so much better. So that's my favorite thing about the degree. The friends I made is gonna go with me forever, and they all come from different places. So it's really a good opportunity. You can really understand a lot of the world, knowing other people. There's also the welcome desk. They provide great help if you have like a bureaucratic problem. We all know that bureaucracy in Italy is a bit of a monster. So don't worry, the university can help you. And like the professor mentioned before, the international opportunities are great. I wanted to mention the 4EU Alliance because I'm currently taking a course from Charles University, and it really is a great opportunity to see more of other universities. This one is online, but they have so many opportunities to go to other places and experience other forms of education, other subjects that you're interested in, and really great.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Oh, okay. We
sorry.
have more about Milan. Okay.
Yes. About Milan, it's a great place. You see, like the course, people from all over the world. You can get food from different places. It's a melting pot, like I put there. So if you're a bit homesick, like I always am, you can always find some Latin American store to get something from home and feel a bit better. But it's a great place. The culture is amazing. You're gonna see so many historic things. So many events. We have Fashion Week, we have Museum Week, we have Music Week, concerts, football. I put a picture there of San Siro. So football, concerts, and everything around, and all year. So many events. You can never get bored. It's a perfect place if you want to live a little and just enjoy life. And also, it's a very good position within Europe to travel because we come from so far. When you're here, you want to go see other places as well. So you can go to, you can do day trips you can go to the lake, you can go to the sea, you can go to the mountain, you can go to Rome, which is close. And also to other European places are almost always an hour and a half by plane. So the city really is amazing. You can really live it. And the university is right in the center, so you can walk around and see so many different buildings and old things. I mean, in my city in Brazil, we didn't have old things. So it's amazing to see how much culture and how much history has accumulated here. And I think that's it. So thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you, Julia.
I really hope you come because it's a great degree. It's an amazing place to live. And I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We can all see, I think, that you are really happy here, right? Yeah, you like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have to move forward to our next speaker, Kim. Professor Kim Serena Grego is here with us. I'm going to ask Julia to stop sharing her screen so that Kim can share hers. Okay, thank you, Julia. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, here we are. I hope you can see my screen and I hope you can hear me fine.
We can see it. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, so on to this other program, which is called International Relations. This is slightly different from the one that was introduced before, if only because it's a master's degree. So this is one of the options that students have after they've received a BA in several, I would say several other subjects. We'll talk about the requirements to enter the degree program in international relations. What can I say about it? As all master's degree programs here in Italy and in the rest of Europe, it's a 2-year program. So quite condensed, quite short, but that's the format that MAs take nowadays. So you'll see some information here. If you're really interested and if you attend other presentations, you will see this material again. So just a quick overview. It's a really, I would say, multidisciplinary kind of program with a real 360-degree vision. It deals with international and transnational phenomena and their dimensions, often overlapping, often intersecting. And it aims to provide some deep analytical knowledge, plus, together at the same time, which is the difficult thing to do, some practical methods to analyze this funny world we live in, let's say. We've got a mixture of traditional lectures, individual and group presentations. So this is the applied aspect that we really insist upon, which we really think is important. And we've also got case studies and simulations. These are all methods which we encourage during our courses because we think they are particularly useful for students to really try their hand at doing international relations. So it's not only about studying international relations, it is definitely about studying international relations, but it is also about learning how to do things, how to do international relations. What else can I say? Something that applies to all the programs offered by our faculty, so also to the BA called IPOL that Professor Karati presented before. We organize our teachings, all of our courses, into quarters or trimesters, is what we call them. And those are September to December, January to March, March to June. This makes things a little bit hectic. The pace can be a bit hectic at times because it means that lessons and classes and all the practical things, the case studies, presentations, the papers, those will be condensed into really, really short and busy periods of times. So, the autumn, the spring, and then the summer. At the same time, this is also an organization that allows students to really reach aims, grab things, so pass exams, in other words, very quickly. And if you're lucky enough to be able to attend and go ahead with the various forms of continuous assessment, including my own exam, that's really, really helpful. Anyway, something else quite important that I'd like to talk about now is how the program is structured into 4 different curricula. This is the real particular aspect of our program. That is, its subdivision into 4 different strands or curricula or 4 different paths, each of which is quite different from the others and quite specific. So at the end of this program, you'll be a graduate in international relations. All the students will be graduates in international relations, but they will have followed and achieved specific patterns of learning and specific kinds of practice to do with diplomacy and international organizations, international markets and business, international security and regional dynamics, international cooperation, and human rights. So, as you can see, all of these are part of the world of international relations, but they're also quite specific in themselves. So, choosing international relations here in Milan Statale is one good choice, one choice you can make. But as soon as you're really, sure you want to pursue this path, well, you should also focus on one specific curriculum. That's really, really important. What else can I say? There are 2 curricula in Italian, so held almost entirely in Italian, and 2 held entirely in English. This is very important for international students when they come to choosing their specific curriculum. So depending on your proficiency, well, knowledge of Italian, proficiency in the Italian language, you may want to choose one of the 2 Italian curricula. But in my experience, what happens is that international students, especially intercontinental students, I could say, tend to choose English language curricula. This said, a lot of Italian students too choose the English language curricula. So the thing is, the resulting situation is a real mix of Italian and international students, students from all over Europe, students from all over the world, actually. Moving on, possibly. This is just a quick overview of the curriculum A, diplomacy and international organizations. So you can see the various courses taught during the first and the second year. I won't go into detail into these specific curricula in detail, because it's for you to do so if and when you decide you're really going to study international relations. Second curriculum, that's also in Italian. Perhaps a bit more of interest to you could be the International Security and Regional Dynamics curriculum, again, year 1 and year 2, and the 4th curriculum, which is called International Cooperation and Human Rights. Again, can't go into these in detail. Perhaps the one thing you will have noticed is that the first course in all the 4 curricula is English Legal Discourse in International Relations. I am underlining this because I'm particularly happy and proud of being the teacher, the instructor in charge of this course. This also helps me a lot in my work as the coordinator of the course, because every student of international relations, no matter which curriculum, takes English. And that's the first course that is taught during trimester 1 of year 1. It means all the students that come to Italy or come to Milan or restart studying in Milan will meet and study and work together in this course, English Legal Discourse in International Relations, which also happens to be my course. And as I always tell my students every year at the beginning of the course, this is a truly good opportunity for all the students to meet and get to know each other and mingle. After my course, students will be split up into the various groups attending the various curricula. So some of my students may never really see each other again or deal with each other again, but this is a really good opportunity. International relations begin in the classroom, so you never know what you'll end up doing, what kind of relations you will have formed in the future. We've got several professional outcomes, again, quite understandable, so sorry, I am going to skip through these. Important thing, we've got a number of practical workshops which contribute to developing this methodological applied aspect of our course. We've got some offered during the first, second, the third trimesters. We've got soft skills, so-called soft skills, which are common to all the programs offered by the University of Milan. Also, just as Professor Carati was telling you about the IPOL program, we've got international mobility opportunities, the so-called Erasmus Plus, which is the European International Exchange Program, very famous, but we've also got a number of extra EU mobility opportunities. Now, I know I'm speaking to international students, so I guess in your reckoning, coming to Italy is mobility enough for you, but that doesn't prevent you from wanting to explore and maybe apply for an exchange within your international experience. We've got secretaries, we've got tutors, just like your colleagues, our student Julia was saying before, and they supply support, which is definitely administrative support. It is didactic support. Sometimes it is emotional support. We've got internship opportunities. We organize meetings with the various professional operators, so companies or practices, law practices, which offer internships and jobs. We've got seminars and workshops, we've mentioned those before, and we've got a job placement system at university level, which connects offer and demand where possible. We've got libraries, one specific library at our own faculty, which Julia before didn't mention, but maybe she forgot, but really the library is a really useful place. It is a physical place, but it is also, it's turned digital, and the personnel, the staff there are really helpful. So bibliographic research tips, they're there to help you. You can make an appointment, walk in there, because that's in the same building where you study, where you attend your classes, and really and do work with the staff. And we've got a number of other libraries, physical libraries throughout campus or campuses, plus the digital online library. Everything you need to know, the relevant info, can be found in the application section of our REL, International Relations. REL is short for International Relations website, which you can find there. And this is a key contact point. It's the relint@unimi.it email address. And that's the email address that our REL tutors use and check and use to interact with students, potential students, etc., for any kind of info or requests you may have. You can also make online appointments and speak to them directly online, of course. So I'll leave you with this picture, slightly out of focus, but this is our faculty, and the student before showed you yet another picture of our buildings. We've got an ailing Facebook group. We've got a successful Instagram account. We've got the website, International Relations, which you can access by scanning the QR code here. So I'll leave you with this invitation. If possible, if it's in your mind, if it's in your heart, come study in the heart of Milan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Sakim. Thank you very much for your presentation, for introducing us these programs. We are moving forward to, we want to hear Maria Cristina Cavecchi, scusa.
We are not, are we having Daniel Diaz first or Professor Cavecchi?
Oh, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I
Daniel.
Okay, I can leave the floor
Yes.
to Daniel Diaz,
Okay.
who is a newly enrolled REL student from South America, and he's applied. He applied last year and went through all the various procedure. We are very, very happy to have him here today. And today I also discovered that he speaks Italian very well with a Roman accent. So on to Daniel, please.
Thank you so much, Professor Grego, and thank you. I want to thank the University of Milan for the opportunity. So yes, I'm Daniel. I'm from Peru, and I'm the Excellence Scholarship recipient for the Masters in International Relations at the Università degli Studi di Milano. Basically, this is my first year, and I got here like 3 weeks ago, so I don't have a presentation to give you guys, but I do have a structure that will help you at least to know what I'm going to talk about. So it's going to be 4 points. I'm going to talk about why to choose the University of Milan. Then I'm going to talk about why the Excellence Scholarship is. Then about what you can do after getting the master's degree, like what we call here tirocinios, or the stages. And then I'm going to give you, probably this is going to be the the most important part for you, which is tips for the admission and as international students from Latin America. So the first thing is, there are two reasons why I chose the University of Milan, mostly because basically the Master's in International Relations is really updated. If you want to go into this career, you know that, for instance, the world is constantly evolving. There are so many things happening right now. And the university does not only give you the theoretical part, but it also gives you the tools and the skills to analyze the situations that are going through. That was really something that I compared to other universities in Italy. That is something that I didn't see in other universities so far, at least in the career. The second reason is that, and this is probably something that Julia also mentioned, Milan is really international. It's a really international city. Obviously, there are some social aspects that can help you. You're gonna find and you're gonna meet a lot of people from all over the globe. But most importantly, and since we are in this part, we're trying to think as master's students, that is going to help you for your network. The networking in international relations done in Milan, which is in the heart of Europe, is going to give you the possibility to discuss with partners from, I don't know, Switzerland, from France, I even have friends and colleagues from Ukraine. So it's going to give you the possibility to enter into a more professional environment, not only in Italy, but also in Europe. Now, the third reason is, and this is connected to the second point, is the Excellence Scholarship. The Excellence Scholarship is given by the University of Milan for the best international students who apply for the first year of a master program. Normally, it gives like a specific amount of money, probably like 7,000 or 8,000 euro per year, and it has a specific amount of selected students who can apply to this. I mean, who can be selected of this. The thing is that normally there are 1 to 3 students that are going to be selected, but if in each program. So that means that if you want to be the best one, you're gonna probably want to hear this piece of advice that I'm gonna give you. If you're aiming for the Excellence Scholarship, the best thing that I can tell you to start with is work on your curriculum and your professional profile. This can be volunteering. For instance, in my case, I started as a UN volunteer, as a United Nations volunteer. Then I got selected as a youth delegate for Peru for the United Nations. Then I also I collaborated as a youth panelist for the European Union. And now I got to study in Milan. So everything works, but you need to do it. You need to start as soon as possible if you're aiming for the Excellence Scholarship. Then the third point is what I want to do with after getting my degree, and probably what we're all thinking what we can do after getting the degree in international relations. In my case, I would like to apply for the United Nations environment. Mostly, even if my specialization, as the Professor Greg mentioned, there are so many curricula, there are 4 of them. The one that I'm having is international security and regional dynamics, but that doesn't prevent that I can apply for United Nations, for European Union, and so many other agencies. So with that being said, there are so many things that you can do after having your master's degree. And the last part, and this is going to be very concise about the tips that I'm going to give you for admissions, because I've heard that there are a lot of people coming from Colombia. I've studied in Colombia. I have made an international exchange in Università Pontificia Bolivariana, which I guess that you'll know about. So the first tip that I can give you to the admission process is start as early as you can. As Julia mentioned, the country can be a little bureaucratic when it comes to process. So if you apply with enough time, with enough anticipation, this means having your passports, having your national documents, having the translations that you may need for the embassy, everything counts. So for instance, I remember, but I applied in February and the deadline was in April. So if you apply very early, from my perspective, you have more chances to be seen. And if you're aiming for the excellence scholarship, again, from my point of view, you have more chances to win it because you're going to get seen first, and then the other profiles are going to be compared to yours. The second tip that I can give you is if you don't know something specific, don't be afraid to ask. I have tons of mails with the tutor of international relations of the department before even applying. I have a lot of mails after applying throughout the application. I also have a lot of visits to the embassy. So if you don't know anything about the process of the visas, about the program itself, or maybe even about the life in Italy, don't be afraid to ask either the university or the embassy or the Italian Institute of Culture in your country. That is going to help you to reduce the stress that you're going to go through because it's normal. It's this process is not easy, but it's not difficult as well. It's just complex, which I believe that it is worth it. It's going to be complex. So that's quite understandable. And the third tip that I'm going to give you is try to focus into one specific application for a specific university. That means if you're going to choose for the University of Milan, which I hope, try to focus into the only application that you're going to send. That means focus on the papers, focus on the documents that you're going to send, on your curriculum vitae, which is also requested when you do the application. So try to be very specific with only one application if you can. Try to believe in your skills because in my case, I remember my mother, she was always telling me, why don't you apply for another university, or at least for 2 or 3 universities more because you can have more options. But I was really confident in my profile. I was really confident that the University of Milan was going to give me the curriculum and also the future that I wanted because I wanted to apply for the internship that I mentioned you. So if you're really sure enough about something, just go for that one option. And the last thing that I can give you, and this is also something that Julia mentioned, is the Italian. For instance, Professor Grego mentioned, and it's true, there are 4 curricula, which, for instance, 2 of them are in English. Mine is in English completely. But the fact of speaking Italian in Milan specifically is going to be a whole different experience. I'm not talking only about the social aspect because it does help. You're going to be more like Italians are going to be more empathic to you because they are normally they're really kind. If you talk to them in English or Spanish, they can understand you a little bit. They're going to try to help you. But if you speak in Italian, and I mean like at least an intermediate Italian, it's going to be really enjoyable. Plus, if you are going to work, if you're going to study here, you're going to go through the permesso di soggiorno, which is the residence permit. You're going to go through the codice fiscale thing, which they are all processes that you're going to do once you're in Italy, but it's really helpful if you speak Italian to the people that work for those buildings and for those processes. And the last thing, and this is the only statement that I'm going to conclude with, so I can close my participation, is if you're going to aim for the excellence scholarship, which I hope you do, try to do excellency things related. That means if you want to stand out and you want your profile to be seen, try to do things related to that. That means be disciplined, be determined about what you want. I believe that you are already on that path because otherwise you wouldn't be here at this meeting. So try to be really consistent on what you want, and that is going to give you the best of the results. I want to believe that I'm quite an example of that for somebody from Latin America, because I know that it's not that easy for us to move and study through Europe. But if you keep consistency and if you are really making the effort, which I can see, you're really going to be getting into the University of Milan. So thank you, Florencia. Now I can give you with, you can continue with the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel, so much. I think everyone has received your main idea and your advices on how it is like studying in UNIMI and also living in Milan. This is really, you have shared with us really good insights. Thank you so much. Now we are going to finish this presentation. We have a few minutes to hear la professoressa Cavecchi. Maria Cristina, are you there? I cannot see you or hear you. I'm not sure you are with us. I'm not sure she can hear us now. Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
okay. Okay. If you want to turn on your camera so that we can all see you. We have, unfortunately, a few minutes to finish this presentation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So can you hear me, but you can't see me?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm experiencing some problems where I've got some problems with my camera.
Okay.
But can you, I'm trying to share my PowerPoint.
Yes, we are seeing the PowerPoint. Don't worry about the camera. It's important we can hear you and we can see the presentation. That's great.
Okay, so thank you very much for being here, still being here, and for your interest in TAL, so Theatre, Arts, Literatures, International Studies in Intermediality is a newly established master's degree program, and it was launched at the start of this academic year, which means 2025-2026. And so the TAL is designed to provide students with methodological, theoretical, and practical expertise in the humanities. And the focus of the program is particularly on theatre, the visual arts, and literary studies. This core is complemented by advanced foreign language and literature studies, and also specialized training in the arts, like performance and multimedia production, ensuring a truly interdisciplinary and intentionally oriented education. So, who's TAL for? So, TAL was designed for students with a strong interest in narrative forms across media, so theater, cinema, and literature. Students who are eager to engage critically and creatively with diverse cultural and linguistic content. And ideal candidates are passionate about the transformative potential of the arts and how arts can be applied in a variety of settings, such as museums, professional institutions, digital environments, and community-based initiatives. Why TAL? Why did we decide to create this new course? Because we listened. We spoke with professionals from theaters, cultural centers, public publishing houses, international organizations, and their message was clear. There is a growing demand for graduates with this kind of interdisciplinary training. And their feedback gave us the confidence to launch this program. Now, very quickly, as a graduate, you will live with a solid multidisciplinary background in theatre, the arts, and literatures, advanced historical and theatrical expertise, in-depth knowledge of production processes in the performing arts, high-level historical and critical skills for text analysis and interpretation, strong communication and presentation skills, professional level proficiency in Italian and English with the possibility of additional languages. which means you will have the ability to work in national and international contexts, and you will be therefore be ready to collaborate with a wide range of organizations such as theaters, festivals, cultural institutions and publishers, both in Italy and, of course, abroad. What career paths does TAL lead to? So graduates will be well prepared for a variety of professional roles, such as organizer and collaborators within public and private theatre institutions. And these roles carry significant responsibilities, such as curating and financing theatre programming, planning and managing events, theatre companies, festival and stage productions, or also else. Editorial collaborators and consultants for specialistic publications. Figures who may contribute to the development of editorial projects and the preparation of text for publication, particularly in contexts where linguistic expertise and translation skills are essentials. And also consultants and expert in live performance. And these roles involve coordinating and managing initiatives that aim to preserve and promote theatrical and performance heritage, typically within cultural institutions or heritage organizations. Yes, what makes TAL unique? Spread over 2 years, it offers a carefully balanced combination of theoretical study and hands-on experience, and providing students with a strong critical foundation while actively involving students in real-world projects. Through internship and project-based learning, students collaborate with key players in the cultural sector, including theatre, festival, museums, publishers, and design agencies. And the program includes advanced language training, enabling students to achieve professional fluency in 2 foreign languages, or even more if desired. And last but not least, TAL provides students with a variety of opportunities to study or undertake traineeship overseas, thanks to the Erasmus Plus program and other initiatives promoting international mobility. And okay, yeah. So yeah, you see the possibility you will be offered. So Erasmus Plus study grant, Erasmus Plus traineeship grant, thesis abroad grant. So as you see, international mobility is a vital part of the TAL experience, offering you the chance to grow personally, immerse yourself in new cultures, and build a truly global career. And so whether you're studying, interning, or conducting research abroad, these opportunities are designed to help you succeed. As far as admission requirements is concerned, admission is open to all candidates holding a first-level degree or an equivalent foreign qualifications, provided that they meet some criteria. So the minimum curricular requirements, which are listed in the online guidelines, the minimum BL level of English and B1 level of Italian. And yes, just to keep the presentation short, I think this is, I think this is everything for the moment. Maybe you've got a question, I'm here to answer you. And just remember, you are not alone doing this. You're not alone, and our team is here to support you every step of the way, so you can make the most of your time at Tal and beyond. Thank you very much, and keep in contact. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Maria Cristina Cavecchi. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we have arrived to the end of this webinar, and since we have no time, actually, I think all the questions has been answered by Marta. Marta has been answering all the questions in a written way. But if you have, of course, if you have any other questions and you have more doubts about the programs, all the information regarding the accessibility of the university, visa, intakes, and everything like that, you can ask the university directly. You can look for this information on the website and also write emails whenever you want. Finally, I would like to thank everyone, all our speakers, to being here with us and for being here with us and sharing their insights. Now, I would like to leave a few minutes to Daniel and Julia. I would like to ask you both if you would like to share a final message to all the students that have been connected today. Since your experience at UNIMI as a graduate and a postgraduate student is really, really important and relevant for everyone. So, Julia, would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I would just tell you to not be scared. I know it's a big step moving to a different continent, but it will be a wonderful experience. You'll have so much personal growth, and I hope to see you around the university somewhere. So yeah, don't be scared and enjoy.
Okay, thank you, Julia. Thank you so much. Daniel, it's your time.
Yeah, well, basically, I'm gonna just try to say that it is not it is not impossible. You know, I thought in a specific moment in 2020 when I wanted to apply, I postponed it because I thought it was really hard. But the last year, I really prepared for this, and it is really possible. It is manageable, and probably I'm just gonna leave you with one quote that resemble with me, and I hope that it resembles with you. So, in order to have something that you have never gotten, which is the mastery or the bachelor's degree, you have to do something that you have never done. So if you want to apply for something new, you can just go for it. Take this decision, and you're gonna be enjoying probably the next few months in Milan. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Julia. Thank you, Daniel. And thank you to Professors Carati, Grego, and Cavecchi. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to our participants, of course, for being here until the end, because we have a lot of them. Thank you for all your questions. Once again, I'm so sorry we cannot answer all of them in live because they are so many. But I know Marta has been answering to all your inquiries. On my side, thank you. Thank you one more time. I hope I can see you in other webinars organized by WeUni, and I wish you have a great morning, evening, or afternoon. I don't know where you're hearing us from, but have you all a great day. Thank you.